Alright, you're back. Still swimming in the digital soup, still consuming the content like a good little user. Cute. But let me ask you something. Have you ever caught yourself mid-sentence, saying something that didn't quite feel yours? Using words that felt foreign in your mouth, expressing opinions that arrived prepackaged in your brain like microwave meals? If you have, congratulations. You've detected the infection. Most people don't. They think it's their own voice speaking. But that voice? It's been compromised. Your internal monologue has been hijacked by the most sophisticated virus ever engineered. Not a computer virus, a language virus. And it's rewriting the operating system of human consciousness, one word at a time. See, they figured out something brilliant. They don't need to control what you think if they can control how you think. They don't need to censor your thoughts if they can program the language you think with. Control the dictionary. Control the mind. It's that simple. This virus spreads through every screen, every notification, every headline that crawls across your vision. It's in the corporate speak that seeps into your everyday vocabulary. It's in the political slogans that become your personal mantras. It's in the advertising copy that becomes the voice inside your head telling you what you want. And the most insidious part? You're helping it spread. Every time you repeat their phrases, share their memes, adopt their terminology, you become a carrier, a host, a walking transmission vector for their linguistic plague. The first strain of this virus is the anesthetic, the linguistic Novocaine they pump into public discourse to numb you to reality. They don't fire thousands of workers. They right-size the organization. They don't spy on your communications. They leverage data insights for enhanced user experiences. They don't poison your drinking water. They implement cost-effective treatment solutions. It's verbal sleight of hand. They take something brutal, something violent, and wrap it in so many layers of bureaucratic bullshit that your brain goes numb before it can process the assault. By the time you decode what they actually said, the moment has passed. The damage is done. The conversation has moved on. But that's just defense. The real masterpiece is the hijacking operation. They steal the biggest, most powerful words in human language, the words that move mountains and topple empires, and they gut them. They wear their skins like corporate suits and sell them back to you, hollow and meaningless. Take freedom. That word used to mean something. It meant the absence of chains, the ability to determine your own path, to speak truth without fear. Now it means the freedom to choose between 37 brands of sugar water owned by 3 corporations. The freedom to select your preferred method of surveillance. The freedom to work yourself to death for someone else's profit and call it pursuing your dreams. They've given you the freedom to choose your own cage and convinced you it's liberty. Or how about security? Real security would mean knowing your basic needs are met, that you can speak your mind without persecution, that your community has your back, but they've redefined it. Now, security means surrendering your privacy for protection from threats they manufacture. It means trading your autonomy for the illusion of safety. It means accepting surveillance as love, control as care. They offer you security from the very phantoms they project on your screens every night, and in exchange, you hand them the keys to your mind. And progress, that's their favorite perversion. Progress used to mean human advancement, the expansion of knowledge, the reduction of suffering. Now progress is an algorithm that predicts your behavior. Progress is a subscription model for services that used to be free. Progress is the automation of human connection, the digitization of empathy, the monetization of every breath you take. They've surgically removed the human from human progress and replaced it with shareholder value. This isn't accidental. This is linguistic warfare. They're not just changing definitions, they're inverting them. Making words mean their exact opposites. When you use their corrupted language, you're not just speaking, you're thinking their thoughts. You're building your own cage with their blueprints. Because here's the thing they understood long before you did. If you don't have the words to describe your oppression, you can't think your way out of it. If every tool for articulating dissent has been blunted or stolen, resistance becomes literally unthinkable. How do you fight an enemy you can't name? How do you tear down walls you can't describe? You can't. You just pace back and forth in the limited conceptual space they've allowed you, thinking you're free because you've never known the words for anything else. And when their corrupted language fails to contain you completely, they deploy the final weapon, the label. You're not a person with unique thoughts and experiences anymore. You're a consumer, a user, a target demographic, a data point in their algorithms. They reduce your entire existence to a function that serves their system. Object to their narrative? You're not a concerned citizen, you're a conspiracy theorist. Question their authority? You're not exercising critical thinking, you're spreading misinformation. Resist their control? You're not a freedom fighter, you're a domestic extremist. These aren't descriptions, they're sentences. Verdicts handed down by the system to invalidate you, isolate you, make you into another that can be safely ignored, censored, or eliminated. The label becomes the cage. Once they've stuck it on you, that's all anyone sees. Not your arguments, not your evidence, not your humanity, just the label. And labels, once applied, are damn near impossible to remove. But here's what they don't want you to know. This virus has a weakness. It requires your participation to survive. Every time you use their corrupted language, you strengthen it. Every time you accept their definitions, you validate them. But every time you refuse to speak their script, you starve the virus. So how do you become immune? How do you debug your own consciousness? First, you audit your vocabulary like your life depends on it, because it does. Every corporate buzzword, every political slogan, every prepackaged phrase is potentially hostile code. Stop it at the firewall of your mind. Ask, whose word is this? What is it trying to hide? What is it designed to make me feel or stop me from feeling? Second, you call things by their real names. With brutal, simple, honest language. It's not downsizing, it's firing people to boost stock prices. It's not enhanced interrogation, it's torture. It's not content moderation, it's censorship. It's not fact-checking, it's narrative control. Simple, direct truth is a weapon they have no defense against. Their entire linguistic house of cards collapses the moment someone points out that the emperor has no fucking clothes. Third, you become a linguistic archaeologist. You dig up the buried meanings of words they've corrupted. You remember what freedom actually meant before they branded it. You reclaim security from their fear-mongering. You rescue progress from their profit margins. And finally, you become an architect of new language, a vocabulary of resistance, words to describe the specific mechanics of digital oppression, terms for the particular anxieties of algorithmic control, concepts for the unique forms of alienation they've invented. Because the words they gave us aren't enough to describe our reality, let alone change it. We need new words, revolutionary words, words that cut through their semantic fog like signal flares in the dark. Your mind is the last frontier, the final territory they haven't fully colonized. But they're working on it, word by word, phrase by phrase, thought by thought. Don't let them finish the job. Don't build your cage with their language. Don't think their thoughts with their words. Your consciousness is under siege. The battlefield is your vocabulary. The weapons are your words. Choose them carefully. Your freedom depends on it. And remember, in a world where language itself has been weaponized, speaking the truth isn't just an act of communication. It's an act of war.